Ring of Honor at halftime of last night's game. Gruden won 100 games as the Raiders and Bucs head coach, just 2 behind legendary coach Bill Walsh, and he led the Bucs to their only Super Bowl title. Skip, is Gruden overrated or underrated as a coach?
Underrated, but with an extremely high burnout factor. I covered his teams in Oakland, and a team could take his Chucky rants only so long. It was long hours, hard practices. He was constantly going at it after practice with Al Davis out on the practice field. It's not this, I know John very well, and the coach was not the same guy you see in the broadcast booth. Mm-hmm. And yet the dynamic he created was right there with Jimmy Johnson's. And I had never been around any short-term energy like Jimmy Johnson could create, both at the U and earlier, a couple of years in Dallas. And yet Jon Gruden, he got those Oakland Raiders to the championship game against you guys, and then they were victims of the tuck rule up in the snow in New England. And then right on schedule, Tampa Bay comes with 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and $8 million to lure him to Tampa. And he took a team that had been built by Tony Dungy, but was still struggling on offense. He challenged that aging defense to create 9 touchdown turnovers that year, which they did. Yep. And he challenged that offense. He retooled it with a bunch of free agents, and they went right back and got revenge on Al Davis, 48-21 in the Super Bowl. And even that team started to burn out on him pretty quickly. They make the playoffs 2 times over the next 6 years. They lose in the first round both times. And that's his legacy. So big spikes, but you can't trust it for very long because he's going to burn out and the team's going to burn out on Jon.
He's overrated, Skip, because that team, what we seem to happen, that since he's been retired 10 years, is that his legacy grows. Every coaching job that comes available, be it NFL or college, Jon Gruden names get thrown into it. Yeah. Now, he has 5 playoff wins. 3 of them came in that magical run during the Super Bowl in Tampa. Yeah. Now, while he did so much for Tampa, you do realize that when he left, Bill Callahan got that team to the Super Bowl that he couldn't get to the Super Bowl. Yeah. But so we give him a lot of credit.
But they did get robbed in New England because I was there.
Skip, he didn't make the playoff. He went, last 6 seasons?
Twice.
That's it, Skip.
But remember, they had spent 2 firsts and 2 seconds, so he didn't have any draft picks.
Hey, you knew Tampa knew that when they was getting. So
okay, do you think Tampa was happy with the Super Bowl?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but okay, happy. 1 Super Bowl, Skip. So you can't say did he coach just 1 year? No, he coached multiple years.
Was it worth it to get him for 1 year?
Yeah. But his career was overrated, Skip, because we still talk about him and throw his name in the hat whichever job comes available. They're still talking about Jon Gruden. Jon Gruden is this guy, like the high school, the high school girl, Joy, real pretty. She always tried to flirt. She ain't really tried to date nobody, but just want people to ask her out so she can say no. That's Jon Gruden now. He ain't leaving that booth.
Why would you? It's a great job.
Well, go ahead and say.
Why would he want to inflict himself on himself as a coach? Because I'm telling you, he's a crazy coach.
Well, how about this?
He works, he sleeps at the office.
Throwing his name out there. I can see myself coaching. I can see myself running this Chip Kelly style offense. I tell you what.
You'd be like that too because you miss coaching.
No. I ain't leaving Skip Bayless. They talk about what? No, I ain't leaving. I ain't leaving Skip.
They talk about it?
Yeah, they talk about I ain't throwing my name.
Where you
no
going?
hands. Now, Overcome callers.
Yeah, he's going to go work for Oprah.
Yeah,
when she buys the Panthers.
Yeah, with that money, if I was the owner of a team, Joy, they're going to be